Hey guys, Janus here. In today's Q&A, I'd like to talk about some of my favorite forms of cardio and a few that are best avoided. First things first, nothing beats going out for a walk or a good run on a nice day at your local park or recreational facility. It gets you around people, gets you out of the house, and gets you near the life pulse of your city or area. Walking and running are a given, but what if you really don't want to go out? Like a lot of folks out there, sometimes the only thing I can personally think about is getting a new high score in my favorite video game, beating my best lap times, or finding a new dungeon to explore. The only difference between me and a lot of guys is that instead of having a gaming chair in my man cave, I've got a recumbent bike. While my hands are busy thumbing the controls, I can get a high quality cardio session at the same time using my legs. Being a pretty avid gamer, my recumbent bike has seen a lot of use. Same scenario, say you really want to tune into your favorite TV show, but you're tired of vegging out on the couch. Consider moving your cardio equipment into the room with you, so that way you can watch those best moments and get a really great workout at the exact same time. Last but certainly not least, and probably one of my all-time favorite forms of cardio, is swimming. It's low impact, total body, near endless ways to switch things up. It's a lot of fun and a deceptively effective form of aerobic exercise. Since my channel is guy-centric, I'd like to take a bit of time and talk about some forms of cardio that men specifically would do best to avoid. Ugh. Hands down, hands down. The very first one on this list would have to be cycling, and this one is pretty straightforward. Men have externally mounted sexual organs. This means that all of your weight is crushing down on those sexual organs whenever you're in a seated position on a bicycle. Bicycle seats are simply not designed for men and can cause severe damage to sexual organs through nerve impingement, impaired or even blocked blood flow, testicular torsion, and all of the problems that are inherent to those very real dangers. Now, can cycling be a great tool for cardio? Yes, but I'll say right now that it's a downright bad idea unless you're fully willing to keep your weight off the seat while you're using one. I cannot stress this point enough, guys. Bicycle seats are a very real hazard for men, and you're risking the health of your sexual organs by sitting on them. Personally, I've only seen one or two seat concepts that were specifically designed for men to keep pressure off the sexual organs and the supporting blood vessels. Usually, these were split pad designs that completely removed pressure along the central channel of the pelvis. The next big offender would have to be ellipticals. Let me preface this little rant of mine by saying that an elliptical has a great potential. When it's got built-in features for changing up the length and depth of the stride, they can be a lot of fun to use and a really effective tool for getting a solid workout in. Seriously. The sad reality, however, is that most of these that you're going to be finding in a gym are rigid frame concepts that will force all but a small subset of the population into an unnatural rhythm and gait that's going to play absolute hell on your knees. The last one on this list might surprise you a little bit. Treadmills. Much like the last one, this one's going to need a bit more explanation. Whenever treadmills first came out, they were essentially a high-powered conveyor belt design that pulled you along for a ride and forced you into a given pace based on the speed setting. The basic principle behind this kind of design is still to this day pretty sound. The problem, however, is that companies often cut corners and release low-powered equipment that stalls out whenever your foot comes down, disrupting your rhythm and placing enormous strain on your legs. In recent years, innovators have also taken note of this problem, along with the lack of shock absorption inherent to conveyor belt designs. Their answer to this problem is pretty ingenious. Tank treads mixed with more ergonomic designs. In the description of this video, I'll be including some links to some of my favorite treadmill brands so you can get a better idea of what to look for to get the absolute best experience either in the gym or at home in your cardio sessions. Well guys, that's it for this video. Now that I've covered the importance of eating and faster paced cardio, next week's video will be all about tips and tricks to get the absolute most out of an Angion method session regardless your development. I'll see everyone next Sunday, and as always, I'm your host, Janus, signing off.